dag har vi vært så heldige å få lov til å hente en Bentley Continental GT, en 2019-modell av den siste versjonen med V8. Da har vi 550 hester og 770 Newton. Det er ikke så verst, det får en til å våkne på morgenen. Vi skal bare ta en kjøretur til jobb med denne, så får dere også et inntrykk av hvordan bilen er.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Catch me howling at the moon. Up to my chin, won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it, many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun
Ja?
Ja, da er vi i gang.
Ok, da er vi i gang. Da har vi kommet inn i Piotrs aller helligste. Vår Smart Repair-avdeling. Her er jo dagleder og medeier i Smart Repair, Piotr. Han har vi og jeg kjent i 6-7 år. Så når vi flyttet hit så trengte vi noen til å fylle lokalene her, og vi trengte flinke folk som ville drive med Smart Repair. Og da fikk vi hooka med oss Piotr, og det er vi kjempeglade for. Piotr han er snart flytende i norsk, men litt mer komfortabel i engelsk, så vi tar denne sessionen her på engelsk. Piotr, can you say something about the jobs we are doing here? What type of jobs mainly? And what type of customers we have?
Mainly, we are doing smart repair reparations. Also, actually, quite big jobs, I will say, medium or what we call it.
The name is Smart Repair, but we do a lot of
name. It's a Smart Repair, but the customer is also asking for taking, you know, like painting the whole, for example, side on the car if it's necessary. Of course, we are doing. We have a paint booth, so we are able to take that kind of jobs. So I can maybe show you what...
you yourself have a specialty you've been working on in 7 or 8 years now, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're doing mostly the PDR?
First I'm start with the painting, like a painter, and in here actually I'm focused on the dents and coordinate, you know, the jobs in the car spa.
So PDR stands for paintless dent repair, so it means to remove the dents without
painting yes.
anything, yeah?
So we have today a few projects. Actually, one it was a Porsche Cayman.
Yeah, I think we had some clips of this one,
so we will gonna show you. And it's also one Mercedes GLE with
AMG,
yeah, with AMG with a dent, quite sharp dent on the right front doors.
Yeah.
Porsche Panamera with also quite big sharp dent on the roof.
On the roof?
Yes, it's maybe good to show you, and Monday I think we will be ready with the car. So
yeah, what's on this car today?
we can go and look at it. We have here. I will say that this is actually customer like what drop in, and we have the dent in here.
On the lower part of the door.
Yeah,
it's so quite close to the edge as well.
Yeah, so and the problem is that in that case we need to, you know, take off the door panel from the inside and see if there will be any possibilities, you know, to fix that. Otherwise, we need to maybe take off something else, you know, the panel which is, you know, in between, inside the door, to, you know, reduce, I will say, damages on the car, because you know that this car actually, that's a car what I will not try to get you know, the tools in between the window and the door panel, because it's a double glass.
Double glass.
So it's quite expensive. So it's less risk if you will spend a little bit time to take off the door panel and take this, you know, from the inside. Yeah.
Sometimes you can have problems with profiles and double metal parts on the doors, so not every car is able to repair as well.
Actually, that car...
We don't want to drill holes in all the doors.
No. This is the car what actually, the type of the car what I know quite very well, so I know if we take only this panel, the first one, the door panel, I'm 95% sure that I will fix this from the inside, only with the taking of the door panel.
And the other cars you have a Panamera?
Yeah, the Panamera, it's actually now, like you can see, it's
ready for the paint booth?
Almost ready for the paint, and drive into the paint booth. And if we go around here, we can see the we have the dent on the roof.
Ah, yeah.
It's a quite sharp and visible dent. I think it should be no problem to
take down the headliner,
see from in the camera,
or loose down the headliner.
In that case,
or you will try with glue? Or?
No. It's too sharp dent. Of course, it will work with the glue, but I always focus, you know, to have it the best result, and in that kind of type of the dent, glue it will work in 90%. I think always the middle, the sharpest point in the dent, it will stay, and it takes more time.
To lift up the middle part,
and it will take more time, and the result you are never sure that it will be perfect. So it's easier actually here to, or compared to the result and the time what I will spend, you know, to working with the glue. It will be maybe faster to lose up half of this, the roof. Sometimes when the, you know, roof is made with a really hard material, you know, we need to lose up actually around everything. We need to take it down, so takes time, but result and at least my feeling, it's, you know, good that I make a good job. And so in that case, actually, we were gonna lose up the in the first case.
You see,
half.
your colleague he has loosened up the bumper as well to make room for the clear coat.
Yeah.
A lot of people repair only with not loosening up the parts. And
yes.
it will,
and the problem is, you know, like what we are doing actually, I try to every time actually explain to the customer, you know, because the people are see the difference, you know, when I give them the offer of price, they are saying that, you know, somewhere else they are much cheaper, and that of course can be a cheaper process of the reparation. It's here or somewhere else, it's exactly almost the same. But what we are doing, we can see on the, you know, that example that we lose up the part of the bumper, so we have access all the way inside here.
So we do a full connection with the clear coat.
Yes,
you know,
and we take off the also the.
Because the risk when you don't
lamp.
lose up the parts, you can have dirt or
yes,
something.
and there is, you know, there is actually problem to get the access inside between the front fender and get a good clean or prepare this surface for applying the.
So the risk is that the clear coat will chip off. Yeah?
Yes, usually that's happened. You know, with the products what we are actually using, the paint, I never have a, you know, problems that, you know, customer will comes back and he told me that it's a problem with the paint falling off or
but we've
clear
seen
coat.
this on a lot of cars.
Yes,
was in reparation other places.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it could be many things, like a technician thinks that, you know, maybe process of drying or other things, but that's a long discussion.
Mostly it has to do with the time and money,
yes.
I think.
Usually when we prepare like this kind of bumper corner, when we have a car like this, I always say to the customer that we need to have it car at least 2 days.
Yep.
Some other places with a smart repair, that's possible to fix in 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
But here we take a time for clear for the primer to have it this, you know, good time to drying. We actually dry this also to help to dry or with the infrared lamps, but not right away. This always we let them, you know, the solvent from the primer. We use a 2-component primers actually. And we let them dry himself first, and after we use the infrared lamps. And during the day or day after, we the same day actually. Sorry, we end of the day we paint it with the color and the clear coat, and we leave the clear coat to dry himself over the night. So the next day we do the cosmetic, job, polishing and. Makes the car. We put all of the parts back, and
I think also we use
polishing.
more time than a lot of the other competitors
we actually,
on the finish work. Yeah?
Yes, that's also the difference that what we are doing here. We are focused, you know, on the paint dust,
yeah,
you know, on the clear coats, and every paint job actually it's polishing, you know, afterwards with a regular, like everywhere, you know, polishing rotation machines, and we are also focused on holograms, what is actually very visible after, you know, first wash when the.
Yep.
That's why you have a lot to do, maybe in the car spot there, that, you know, customers coming with some
with
holograms, you know, all over the car, and they asking why is this on the car, and that's the.
Another
reason.
thing also is overspray. I see in a lot of places with cars being repaired, they don't mask enough or the bigger part of the car, and you get overspray from clear coat on windows and rubber, and
This is actually very hard to. We also have that. It's for example, like this preparation. It's really reduce a lot if we're talking about the paint dust on the rest of the car, because we was able to close almost every line around. When the bumper it will be on the car, we are we just taping, and we have the lines open, like a room in between. So when if we were gonna do this on the without lose up the bumper, most probably we're gonna have it the same, you know, problem. But we to be honest, I don't want to say that we don't have this problem. But after finishing,
But on this type of job, you will mask the whole car.
yes, of course, yeah. Now it's a paper around the paint job, so the paint will stuck, you know, in the paper. So it's, you know, later much safety to taking off this, you know, taping, you know, the paper, because the clear coat and the color will stay on the paper, and we don't have that problem, you know, that dry clear coat, after drying it, some particles will fall down on the new clear coat, but afterwards they are really stuck. So it's that's why we use the paper around here, and the car, it will be in the paint booth cover with plastic all over, and every car is washed before it's coming here. So we have a car, you know, clean, and after paint job, it's you know, it's like our standard to go around with a light, you know, around the car and check if it's, you know, we check actually the typical you know, places where this paint dust can be, and all over the car. So we focus on that actually a lot. So I hope we don't have that problem when the customers pick it up the car, but can happen.
I never heard of it. Actually,
yeah, but maybe one day something like this will happen. But
oh, fine.
And here we have our mixing room. Maybe this garbage is not giving.
Nice posters on the wall as well.
It's a small room, but
room, but
that's actually necessary to have it, and it's you know, ventilation. It's all the time coming in, and it's all smell it takes out, because these paints are also, this is you need to hold it a little bit longer, and about 3.
Yeah.
So now we are start.
But this runs on a timer, so it mixed the
Yes,
colors.
we are every day in the morning we are start, you know, shake or mix the paints in every can, and few times during a day, almost on every time when we are mixing the color. So,
and you have a scanner as well, so you
we
do
have
the scanning
also,
on
yes.
the car. So Piotr, we are 4 people here now.
Yes,
Yeah,
with me.
we included you, yeah.
Yeah.
So and we were looking for
We
at
are
least
actually,
one more guy.
We're looking for at least now for one guy, and I'm pretty sure we will gonna have a possibility to have it one more.
Yeah, one more.
It's actually now it's coming spring, so I think it will be more and more to do.
High
and
season.
yes, and we are looking actually. Anyone who wants to see this video, maybe
if you know somebody,
interesting
contact
to,
us, yeah.
to work with us, and working with that kind of type of the cars, and but
you need
really
to be a
it's
guy
necessary with the quality and
an eye for quality, an eye for details, and
I don't want to say that he must have the experience, but if he would like to work and he will be focused on this, what I will gonna tell him, and really will take care, and he will build up his experience, and he will gonna think about what he's doing, how he is doing. I think I can learn, guys, that he will be good enough.
cool. Okay, thank you, Piotr.
Yes, thank you.